This is the OUPES Mega 1 portable power station, and after 8 months of real use, I have a pretty clear picture of where it shines and where it doesn't. I picked it up for a mix of home backup, short camping trips, and to run a few power tools away from outlets. Key features that sold me were the 2000-watt pure sine wave inverter with 4500-watt surge, the crazy fast wall charging that hits 0 to 80% in about 36 minutes, the generous 800-watt solar input, a 20 milliseconds UPS switchover for outages, and the option to expand capacity up to 5 kilowatt-hours with the B2 battery. On paper, it looks like a small powerhouse, and in practice, it mostly is. From my experience, the build feels solid for the weight. At around 28 pounds, I can carry it with one hand without thinking twice, which is a big deal when I'm moving it between the garage, the car, and the backyard. The dimensions are compact enough to fit under a bench or in an RV cabinet. I appreciate that the AC input and the Anderson solar input are on the side rather than the front, so cables don't stick out into the room. The 4 AC outlets are spaced wide enough for chunky plugs, and the 2 100-watt USB-C ports are strong enough to fast charge a laptop and a tablet at the same time. The 12-volt carport is regulated, which matters for portable fridges and radios. It includes the cables I actually use: AC, car to Anderson, and MC4 to Anderson for solar, so I didn't have to chase adapters. The first week I had it, I ran a quick stress test on a few heavy appliances. A toaster oven? Easy. A coffee maker and a blender? Smooth. A small shop vac? No problem. Where things get interesting is how long it can do those jobs. The battery is rated at 1024 hours, but like most power stations, you don't get all of that because the inverter and the system itself use energy. In my opinion, you can expect roughly 80 to 85% usable capacity depending on the load. So if you slam it with a space heater at 1500 watts, you're done in well under an hour. That's not a knock on this specific unit. It's just simple math. A big inverter with a modest battery means it's a sprinter. It can handle the big stuff, just not for very long unless you add expansion batteries or bring in strong solar during the day. The fast charging is real and has changed how I use it. On 1400-watt AC turbocharge, I often go from nearly empty to full in about an hour. When I don't need speed, I drop it to the 700-watt slow mode in the app to be easier on the cells. That option is one of my favorite quality of life touches. And if you care about off-grid use, the solar side is excellent. The MPPT controller can take up to 800 watts, which is rare at this size. On a clear day with around 600 to 700 watts of panels angled right, I've seen 500 to 650 watts steady midday. That means I can run a fridge or laptop while still meaningfully charging. If I'm in a hurry, hybrid charging is wild. AC plus solar at the same time up to 2200 watts. I don't do that often, but it's there. Let me talk through a few real scenarios. During a summer outage, I used the UPS-style feature to keep my modem, router, a lamp, and a desktop running. The switch was quick enough that my internet hardware didn't reset, and the lights never flickered. It's not an online UPS with 0 milliseconds transfer, so I don't rely on it for mission-critical medical gear. For home office and basic household stuff, it's been dependable. On another day, I ran my older fridge for several hours. Power draw on that thing varies, but the Mega 1 handled compressor surges without shutting down. I did learn not to run sensitive electronics on the same circuit when I start a high-surge device like a toaster oven. The inverter protects itself by dropping voltage a bit under sudden spikes, and I noticed my monitor flicker once when I tried to do both. Since then, I separate sensitive loads from high-surge appliances. No issues since. On camping weekends, it's perfect for a portable fridge, lights, phones, and a projector at night. The 12-volt port keeps the fridge steady, and the USB-C ports handle 2 laptops fast. If you're careful with power, it'll cover a full evening and morning routine, and then recharge from solar during the day. Car charging works, but it's slow as expected through a 12-volt port. I use car charging to maintain, not fill. The fan noise is the one thing I can't gloss over. When charging fast or pushing heavy loads, the fans spin up hard and the sound is sharp. The spec sheet says 58 dB, but the pitch makes it feel noisier than the number suggests. Inside a quiet room, it's noticeable and not pleasant. I use slow charging at night or move it to a hallway if I have to charge fast indoors. Outside or in a garage, it's fine. It's fairly clear why it's loud. Small body, high power, lots of heat to move. Just know it's part of the trade-off. The screen gets the job done but has poor viewing angles. From the side, it looks dim, and I've walked up thinking it had turned off when it was still on. I rely on the app a lot, even though the app itself looks dated. It connects reliably by Bluetooth in my use, and Wi-Fi works when I'm at home. I mainly use it to toggle AC/DC outputs, set charge speed, and check input-output watts. One request to OUPES, a brighter, higher contrast display would make daily use better. I want to call out a small list of things that matter to me, but might not make a brochure. There's no built-in LED light. I didn't think I'd care until I reached for a light at 2 a.m. during a storm and remembered it didn't have one. The handle is strong and balance is good for the weight. The case has held up well to dust and a couple of light bumps, and I haven't noticed performance drop-offs in heat or at altitude, but I avoid leaving it in a hot car. Pass-through charging works as advertised, which lets me use it as a hub for small loads while it's on shore power. I've done multi-hour sessions powering two 30-quart portable freezers while charging slowly from the wall, and it behaved consistently. Reliability matters to me more than almost anything. Over 8 months, I haven't had a catastrophic failure. I've had one protective shutdown on a hot afternoon when I was fast charging and pulling AC at the same time. It restarted after cooling down, and I've tried to be kinder to it since, especially in summer. I keep firmware updated through the app. Support was responsive when I sent a question about the voltage behavior on surges. They explained the design choice and suggested avoiding mixing sensitive loads with big appliances. Makes sense now that I've lived with it. Let me clear up a few basics for newcomers. W means watt hours. Think of it as the size of the fuel tank. W is watts, or how fast you're using that energy. A 1,000 watts appliance will drain a 1,000 watt-hour battery in about an hour, not counting system losses. LiFePO4 is a battery type known for long life and safer chemistry. MPPT is a smart solar controller that squeezes more energy from panels. UPS. Here is an emergency power feature with a quick switchover, but it's not a zero-gap system. It's perfect for folks who need serious power in short bursts without lugging a heavy unit. Think coffee maker and microwave in an RV, a table saw for quick cuts on a job site, a fridge and a few essentials during an outage, or a camping setup with a 12-volt fridge and media gear. If you want to run a big space heater for hours, the base unit isn't the right tool unless you add capacity. I haven't bought the B2 expansion battery yet, but I demoed one for a day, and doubling or tripling the capacity absolutely changes how the system feels. At that point, you lose some of the easy portability, but you gain real runtime for high-draw devices. In my opinion, the Mega 1 is built around speed and power density. It's not the quietest, and the display isn't great, but the fast wall charging, strong solar input, and honest 2,000 watt output keep me coming back to it. The weight-to-power ratio is excellent. I appreciate the 5-year warranty as a sign they're confident in the LiFePO4 pack, and I treat the battery well by avoiding constant 100% storage and using slow charge when I can. I'd recommend this for homeowners who want a nimble backup that can recharge fast between rolling outages, RV travelers who value quick bursts of high power without firing up a gas generator, campers running a 12-volt fridge and devices, and DIYers who need portable AC for tools. If you're sensitive to noise or plan to run continuous heavy loads, consider the expansion battery or look at a bigger, slower, quieter unit. If your priority is clean power fast in a compact body, this is a strong choice. Key features that still matter to me after months: the spacing and variety of ports, 2x100 watt USB-C for modern laptops, regulated 12 volts for fridges, side-mounted inputs, high solar ceiling for a smaller unit, and the simple app control for charge rate and outputs. The misses are fan noise, the off-angle screen, and no built-in light. The voltage behavior under big surge loads is a quirk you can manage if you know it's there. From my experience, the Mega 1 has become my grab-and-go box for almost anything short of all-night heating. It lives near the back door with a tidy bundle of MC4 cables and a small, folding panel, ready for a backyard work session or a sudden outage. It's not perfect, but it's honest about what it is: a compact, high-output unit that charges fast and punches above its weight. In conclusion, if your use case lines up with short, high-power tasks and rapid refueling from the wall or solar, the OUPES Mega 1 delivers. If you want quiet, marathon runtimes out of the base unit, you'll be happier with expansion batteries or a larger platform. I'm keeping mine because it solves the "I need real power right now" problem better than anything else I've tried in this size and price range. Please check the comments section for detailed information about the OUPES Mega 1 portable power station. Thank you for watching.